Look good, feel good, play good. Hello. No. Gotta keep the same energy, bro. Hey, we're still in the ball game, man. Let's make plays, do our job.
What is going on, guys? It is NFL Scout here, and I'm bringing you guys my first ever film breakdown video centered around Jets safety Jamal Adams, who's recently requested a trade. I'm going to be going over where he fits, what he does well, and also the salary cap and team building aspect of it. In today's NFL game, saying a player is a quote-unquote safety doesn't do justice to his actual role on the field. By this, I'm getting at the point that Adams played a variety of quote-unquote positions last year. So, in order for us to figure out what he should be paid and what is an appropriate amount, we have to look at the top earners at the position, yet try to compare his play style to other guys around the NFL. The highest paid safety in the league on a per-year basis is Eddie Jackson of the Chicago Bears. Even though Eddie is the highest paid safety, and 14.6 is a staggering number, he's not used in any way, shape, or form close to how Jamal is. There are two types of safeties in today's league. One, a guy that's either good around the LOS, or two, a guy that's best used deep and as a quote-unquote center fielder type of player. Eddie is definitely the latter, and in this play, we're going to see the Bears run a simple cover 3 match. All Eddie's going to have to do is read the quarterback's eyes after his 3-step drop and go and play the ball. They pay Jackson over $14 million a year because as a single high, he's able to cover either both seam routes or both sidelines, which gives the Bears an extreme advantage from 3 deep and cover 1 looks. However, Adams isn't like Jackson. He's not a center fielder. His specialty isn't playing deep or covering the seams. His specialty is near the line of scrimmage. So, in order to look at a guy that's best used near the line of scrimmage, yet is also paid a lot from a defensive back perspective, I look no further than the Honey Badger. Up on the screen here, I've put Tyrann Mathieu snaps played by alignment this year of 2020. Basically, this is as close as it can get to someone of Jamal Adams, because really, these guys are just straight up outliers. There's a reason that they get paid the big bucks. So I'm going to show you guys a quick clip from the divisional round of the Chiefs versus the Texans. So right here, the Texans run a simple stick concept. The 2 backside receivers are going to run slants. The receiver all the way on the right to the outside is going to run a go route. The tight end is going to have a choice to either take the little hitch or find space, opening up to the right side on a little out route. Same thing with the receiver on the right side. He's going to have an option to either take the hitch or keep going on the out route. On this, we see the tight end takes the hitch, the slot receiver on the right takes the out route. You guys didn't see it, but the Chiefs actually roll into this cover 2 sink look. And why it's so frustrating for offensive coordinators and for the Texans specifically in this case is that the Chiefs right here, as I highlighted Matthew in the middle of the field, they give him essentially free range to cover the middle. And that's so frustrating because from the Texans' perspective, in a cover 2, you want to attack the middle of the field. What you want to do is space those safeties out and attack. However, they couldn't get that done. So they try a little simple stick concept here, and that doesn't even work. Watson gets the ball off as quick as he possibly can, and Matthew still makes a play on the ball. This is exactly why you pay Tyrann Mathieu $14 million a year, and it's a similar use case for Jamal Adams. When the Jets allowed him to roam in zone coverage on the second level, he always seemed to find a way to make a play on the ball. It was just truly something spectacular to watch, and something I saw in every single game I watched of him in 2020. Jamal Adams' man coverage was also a thing of beauty. In this play, you're going to see him manned up on Cowboys tight end Blake Jarwin, and Jarwin is going to run a speed out, and Tavon Austin is going to crash down for a pick. As you can see in this play here, Adams is going to get over the pick and somehow still make a play on the ball and cause an incompletion. Today's crazy Jamal Adams stat of the day is brought to you by Brett Coleman. And essentially what it says here is that when the Jets played Adams in the box, their TFL percentage went up by 11. Nearly a third of every run play with Adams at linebacker is a loss of yards. That is crazy. Those are numbers you will not see from any player. I'm sorry, but guys like Nick Bosa, J.J. Watt, whoever, they don't even have this type of impact on the game. And I'm not saying that lightly. In this play here, the Dolphins are going to run halfback misdirection out of single back. All we're going to see here is Adams look at the offensive lineman's alignment pre-snap and follow him on his pull all the way through the tackle. I just thought it was outstanding that he did all of this, and on top of that was able to jump over 2 linemen on the ground and still make a TFL. It really speaks volume to the kind of player you're getting in him. I could sit here all day and break down every Jamal Adams tackle that results in a loss or a minimal gain. And spoiler alert, there's a lot of them. But I just want to be the main takeaway here that Jamal Adams' play recognition and diagnosis in the run game to read and react is off the charts. Now into my favorite part of this Jamal Adams film breakdown video is his absurd ability to rush the passer. I'm going to be showing you guys a few clips of him against some NFC East rookie QBs where he absolutely dominates in what I like to call a green light blitz. Essentially, if the player that Jamal Adams is supposed to be covering drops back in a pass set, it gives him the ability to actually go after the passer at free will. And in this play right here, you're going to see Adams run around left tackle Donald Penn and get a big sack on Dwayne Haskins. In this play right here, you're going to see Adams on the right side, and essentially it's going to leave Morgan Moses in no man's land to block him, and he strategically plays to Dwayne Haskins stepping up in the pocket to deliver a big hit. This side of the game from Jamal Adams is absolutely spectacular, and we see him do this all the time. He had 17 QB pressures last season for a reason. Jamal Adams is an absolute game wrecker. I'm going to be showing 2 snaps of him versus the Giants, and specifically for Saquon Barkley, where he absolutely dominates in a pass rush and gets a strip sack, not only once, but twice. And both times, each player's used different technique. The Jets run a stunt up front. Adams comes screaming off the edge and gets the strip sack. This isn't an overly technical play, but I just want to show that Barkley essentially has 3 options when Adams comes in like that off the edge. The first is the one we saw to match power and throw a shoulder and essentially try to stop him in his tracks. The second is to go into an actual pass set like an offensive tackle, step back, set his feet, anchor, put the hands inside the pads, and try to pass block. The third option is a chop block to go down low and take out his legs. Now in this play, we're going to see Barkley meet Adams with an actual pass set. Strips the ball from Daniel Jones and takes it for 6. There's 2 key reasons why Adams won this snap. First off is body positioning. If you look, Adams has all the leverage and is leaning forward and pushing with his legs. Versus Barkley, his body is straight up, his back is vertical, and he has no leverage. Second off is that Adams came in right away with more force, and he got the inside leverage. If you look, his hands are inside of Barkley's shoulder pads, which means he dictates where Barkley goes. So, you guys can now see my proposed contract offer to Jamal Adams if I were Joe Douglas, the GM of the New York Jets. Now, I do want to start by saying I have massive respect for Joe Douglas, and I think he's done an awesome job so far in New York. So, honestly, whatever he does, I'd take his word for it. If he decides to trade Jamal for an outlandish offer from the 49ers, I'd say that was the right move. If he decides to extend him another 7 years, $125 million, let him do that. I think it's also the right move. I trust whatever Joe Douglas does in this situation. Just personally for me, and I'm not going to say this light at all, I truly mean it, Jamal Adams is the most complete 3-level player in all of football. You could say that that's an over-exaggeration, but I think everything that I've shown in this video, his ability to rush the passer, his ability to read and diagnose, what he does in the run game, how he can still defend in the pass game, his outlandish man coverage ability, I think it just all adds up to him being one of the highest paid defensive players in the game. Now, I think $20 million a year is a little steep for a defensive back, period. However, I think Jamal Adams should very much completely reset the safety market. He is currently what I would say, is he the best safety in football? I mean, are we going to let him be only that one position? I don't know. That could be up to you. But honestly, this would be my offer. I don't know if I'd sign him this year or next year because the Jets have 2 years of flexibility to do whatever they want. Jamal can't really sit out. Jamal can't really do anything at the moment. So personally, if I were Joe Douglas, though, I'd probably get this contract extension done as quickly as possible. Now, if the Jets were to trade him, what do I think would be some of the top destinations? I think the 49ers obviously would be a very, very good fit for what he could do and replace Jaquiski Tart and work next to Jimmy Ward if that's what they wanted to do. However, I don't think that makes sense from the 49ers management perspective. I think the Eagles also schematically would be a fantastic fit, but I don't know if they can get the salary cap to work, right? So that leaves me with two other teams, right? One being the Baltimore Ravens. They struggle on the second level, and I think Jamal would be a perfect complement to that. However, they have Chuck Clark, so from a team building perspective, doesn't work either. That really leaves me with one team that I think fits this all around, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So listen, they have Mike Edwards, new young safety. They got a lot of young corners as well. When you look at the Tampa Bay Bucs, what they lack is a outstanding player in that secondary. It's not super high football IQ of me to say, oh, they're missing a stud DB, so they should get one, right? I'm saying this from the perspective of Tampa Bay, if they want to opt to run a cover 2 or cover 2-man type base, having him and Mike Edwards next to each other. Also, from a team building perspective, Tom Brady, 2-year contract. Jamal Adams, he says he'll wait the full 2 years if he gets to go to Tampa Bay. Then they don't have to extend him until Tom's gone. You take the money from Brady, plug it into Adams, get yourself a rookie QB. You got yourself the salary cap and management aspect of it all figured out. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed making it for my first time ever. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Go in the description, check out the link to my Instagram as well. That'll be in there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this. Hopefully I can make many more. This is NFL Scout signing out. See ya.